Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with our weekly reset video here where we're going to be covering all the events that are wrapping up, in addition to some key ones that are actually also starting up this week, as well as new updates since we've seen the blog post on Friday. Now, guys, having said that, I always like to start things off here with what has been completing or currently ongoing, at least at the time of recording anyways, right? Remember, we still have this Sebastian Shaw Unleashed event going on here for the next couple weeks, all tied back to really getting a discount on his shards potentially in the future, as well as his red stars. This has been tied to these Unleash weeks, so hopefully you guys have been able to wrap this up. But remember, this Unleash week 1, very straightforward, essentially just needing to play Cosmic Crucible and playing raids with Uncanny Adventures has been able to allow us to accumulate these Hellfire rings, which has translated the points that you see with Sebastian Shaw in the coming weeks. Now, as you can see, the Unleash week 2, week 3, they're already available in the preview, so they've just been preloading these events. So if you just wanted to get a glimpse, for example, this week 2 that's coming up here, similar story. We have the Hellfire rings. In addition, it's going to be now Cosmic Crucible with Immortal X-Men, as well as playing raids with Vigilante. So just be on the lookout for that. That's kind of been the ongoing trend here. We also know that there's going to be a new Cosmic Raid event here as well. As you can see, more opportunities for some Fantastic Four Diamond Orb fragments. Not really a crazy amount, but I do like the fact that the accumulation of battling in raids, Cosmic Crucible, every week they have a different bonus team. In this case now, it is going to be Thunderbolt, so you want to make sure you're using your Thunderbolt team to maximize this because, and it does matter, it's nice, guys. It allows us to get resources along the way, but they've been actually including more and more Gear Tier 2019 pieces. In addition to even some opportunities here, as you can see, more Fantastic Four Diamond Orb fragments, as well as Gear Tier 20, which has definitely been a welcome stream, and to supplement kind of our roster progression as well, right? So that's kind of what's everything that's going on in the milestone section, right? And remember, new events do go live sometimes where they don't actually show you in the preview, but I also want to point this out as well, guys, ladies and gentlemen. You can see here, we still have the Baxter building still here for the next couple weeks. It's very easy. You can just go through it with your standard teams, but I also want to point out, guys, remember, Shadow King, Invasion event, Quasar, these two are actually wrapping up very shortly here, so you don't need to have maxed out rosters to get through all the points. So I'll link my videos below if you guys need help. Remember, with Shadow King anyways, you only actually need to do the 9 nodes to get the 1.4 million score, and it's able to actually allow you to get all the points there, including all the shards of Shadow King at 7 yellow. So that's straightforward. Quasar event, very straightforward as well. You don't necessarily need to do the last section there with the Cursed or the Fantastic Four, depending on what you want. In case you guys missed my video, and again, I'll link it below, but if you guys just want the 7 red of Quasar, you can actually just do it with all Vigilante. If you want to get all the bonus points here, including milestone 14 and 15, then you do need Thunderbolts built up. But either way, you don't need a Cursed, and you definitely do not need the Fantastic Four for this. So just something to be on the lookout for. I like pointing this out because this might be the last chance that we can get an easy Quasar event like this, because of the fact that, and you guys may have seen this, right, in the command center, they've actually added a revision now to the Age Chapter 2 here. So going forward in the future, Quasar raids, Quasar events, you can see on the far right there, to earn Quasar stars, you're going to be needing 5-star teams, right? So, you know, long gone is going through with these min-max teams and actually utilizing them to actually unlock all the way to the 7 red of Quasar. You're actually going to need to get all your teams to that equivalent level. So, for example, a 5-star Vigilante and Thunderbolts team is going to get you a 5-star Quasar, and so forth. 6-star team, 6-star Quasar. So this is actually probably the easiest way that we can do this now, because obviously they want to create a recurring event, but then at the same time reward those that have already been in the game here. So this really impacts more so players that, you know, just started in the last few months, really in the middle of this Chapter 1 Harbinger for the Age of Annihilus progression here. So, and the other thing too to be mindful of, guys, they do say that you have to build 2 teams of your choice, but the choice is between Vigilante or Thunderbolts, as well as a Cursed or Fantastic Four, and that's obviously a no-brainer. If I had to choose easily, it would be Vigilante and Fantastic Four, but remember, you still need Thunderbolts as well for the daily raids that we're doing, and we know that there's new raids coming as well. That's it basically from an event standpoint that's wrapping up, guys, you'll also see here, there's also going to be some new stuff coming in here. So you can see here, Fallen Dimension and Fallen Dimension Omega starting today as well at reset. And I don't expect this to be hard, guys, so you probably won't expect content from me unless it's actually difficult. I usually only try to make content on stuff that's actually worth your guys' time. If I can auto it and do it pretty straightforward, I probably won't make the content. But if it's actually difficult, I'll make sure I'll do a follow-up video on this, right? But either way, the good news is that once again, we have another reason here to build a Vigilante, and they can actually just be your sole standalone team to actually get through this entire event. Now it remains to be seen if that's actually going to be possible, and because they've been doing a better job of actually adding some decent and harder content, so we'll see in the meantime. But you can see here, there's actually not much going on here. There's just really just gold resources here, because this is actually what's going to matter right here. These Broken King commendations, they are going to be tied back to a new command center event that you don't see yet. So that's why there's not a lot of rewards overall for the event, but you'll see that funneling into the command center. And speaking of the command center, guys, make sure you do a quick double check here of making sure that you're going through these day in, day out, because first and foremost, Broken King month, thankfully this is for the monthly event, but remember, there's daily, there's weekly, and there's monthly objectives that you need to take advantage of, and that's how you're going to accumulate points, which actually translates to the shards here of Blastar. And then obviously later on, once you get all the shards that are available in the first month, we are going to get some antimatter bonus points there. Null Finale, this actually started over the weekend, and this has been really good. There's been lots of opportunities for antimatter, but on top of that as well, it's been very straightforward. Playing in raid battles using Gear Tier 20 characters. So obviously, I think this is probably the bottleneck for folks that don't have Gear Tier 20 characters. We've been trying to build up a few of them now already, obviously from the Age of X, but after Age of X and Professor Xavier's unlock, I actually don't unlock my character. I don't push them all the way to Gear Tier 20. I'm in Horde mode right now, and this is kind of the name of the game, right? You can also see here with the weekly activities, hopefully you guys are able to take advantage of this, but this Cosmic Crucible one does reset in 4 days, but this Cosmic Crucible usually lasts the weekend, right? So hopefully you're able to take advantage of that. And then as well, we have the monthly stuff going on that we haven't been able to partake in, because you can see here, they're actually tied to war. So definitely be on the lookout for this one, guys, because you can see here, even at the very bottom here, we need to basically play war with Gear Tier 20 characters 250 times over the span of the month. I think it's still reasonable, but you just need to be mindful of maybe not having too many of your Gear Tier 20 characters on defense if you need them actually to attack, and therefore add up points here for war, right? So just something to be on the lookout for there. And then also we have this Broken King Week 1, which is fully wrapped up now. So Cosmic Crucible earning gold, that basically brought it to its conclusion. You should be actually all the way through it now, because this also tied back to raiding with Thunderbolts in addition to the Battle World, and this was like a nice heavy boost here, as you can see once again with some resources, Gear Tier 20, and even some additional antimatter boosts. So there you guys have it. That kind of is in a nutshell what's happening. We got the Fallen Dimension. We got a new Danger Room coming in a couple days that we'll likely cover as well. Hopefully it's not going to be as difficult. And I also want to point this out too, guys. In a couple days, we are going to be getting the introduction and addition here of Rachel Summers into the game. Pretty exciting times, and she's really interesting because she's going to be part of the Hellfire Club, and as well slotting in as a versatile pivot piece for the Immortal X-Men. But obviously you can't play her and Cable at the same time because of the way that their kit works. You need only one of them, and otherwise the other one's kind of rendered useless, right? So anyways, guys, that is it in a nutshell. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and again, I'll link my Quasar as well as my the guide here quickly on the Shadow King if you're trying to wrap that up. And remember, we still have a day and just a few hours for Quasar. Hopefully this helps you guys out. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.